It's Tourette Syndrome Awareness Month again, and this video is going to be on some common Tourette's myths and misunderstandings people have about the condition. These are the ones that I commonly deal with like regularly from others, so I'll be putting in my personal like experience and how they affect me and like how correct and how wrong they are. So, Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder characterized by involuntary motor tics and vocal tics. Well, increasing awareness has helped reduce the stigma. Many misconceptions persist, hindering understanding and support for individuals like me with Tourette syndrome. So, here are some common ones that I deal with the most, out of the many misunderstood Tourette's myths there are. Myth number one: people with Tourette syndrome constantly shout obscenities. No, like we don't like that's coprolalia and like it's the least common symptom of Tourette's. Like only like 10% of people with Tourette's will actually have it. We all have vocal tics, like that not verbal, like that's because that's characteristic of Tourette's is like having both vocal and motor tics. Like some people grunts, clear the throat, have sniffling. I squeak. I talk really fast, and sometimes I click or stutter. I kind of don't click as much since I got my tongue pierced because the beads get in the way, but my tongue still thrashes around in there trying to make a transaction. But yeah, so that's like people who claim to have Tourette's and are only swearing ever, and like no other tics or whatever, and especially ones who think it's funny, they most likely don't have it. It's gonna be like they're just acting like Cartman from South Park in the Le Petit Tourette's episode. Number two, Tourette syndrome is purely a childhood disorder. No, like while tics do develop and during childhood, like usually between the ages of 3 and 9, and often get to the worst during puberty, they can calm down quite a bit and see a drastic reduction to the point that it even seems like you do not have even have Tourette's anymore. But because the tics like fluctuate constantly, like you could go like a long period of time, like even years, with like seemingly like you grew out of your Tourette's or you no longer have it. And it can come back out of nowhere. Just be active again. It happened to me. And as I've been getting older, since for the past like 13 years, it's just been increasingly getting worse. So, like, I went a few years without even having like any. That was seeming like I didn't even have Tourette's anymore because I didn't have, like, I think in like 4 years I had one attack, but now they're like every 3 to 6 weeks, so that sucks. Myth number three: people with Tourette syndrome are intellectually disabled. That is so wrong. Like, there's actually been studies done on people with Tourette syndrome to see all the results are usually that the people with Tourette's actually tend to have an above average intelligence, and there's no correlation or no link at all to Tourette syndrome and intellectual disabilities. Myth number four: Tourette syndrome is caused by poor parenting and lack of discipline. This is so wrong and just dumb. Like, that's like telling someone that it's their fault for not punishing their kid enough, and that's why they sneeze in the spring and they have allergies. Like, no, you cannot like discipline the Tourette's out of anybody. Like my first when I was in my when my Tourette's first started getting bad, like when I was in elementary school and junior high, I definitely had quite a few of my teachers try to punish the Tourette's out of me or shame the Tourette's out of me. It was really awful, but obviously didn't work. Myth number five: you can just not tick if you try, or you're just being lazy if by like not trying to stop them, and it can't be that hard to stop tics. Like, because people like I've had people actually like twitch at me, and then they just stop. Like, see, it's not that hard. You like just do it. I'm like, you don't have Tourette's. You're not being like you're not involuntarily like you made yourself twitch like that. It's not like you can't control it. Like you're the one controlling like made yourself like shake or whatever, and then stop. Like it's not the same thing. Like it's I don't have full control of my movements or anything, or like with it, and like sometimes my sounds, and yeah, like I just I can like personally I can hold like I can temporarily hold like some tics back, like if I'm having like I'd be at work and I start feeling something coming on. And I already had like someone like if I worked in customer service and I had customers complain about my tics already. And so like I have one job I had like just like as my hand was kind of twitching as I go down. I was kind of I was doing this and like my hand was like by my side, so it wasn't even like I was like in like customer space or anything. And like and there was some people who were walking by the kiosk who weren't even stopping by and had no intention to even stop by. They just saw like my hand moving, so they went and asked to talk to their manager, and then asked him what I was doing and like what was up with my hand, and he explained I had Tourette's, and like they told him that people like me should not be allowed in public. Yeah, so yeah, if I hold back I can like hold back my tics, but like just temporarily, like but like they're gonna come out, like whether or not I. Because no matter how hard I try, they're still there. Like, and then once I stop holding back, they're gonna come out. Like, they tend to be worse when they come out. But there are medications and therapies that can help with some people. Like there was one medication I've done that actually was very helpful. It reduced my tics drastically, but like I had to stop taking it after having found out about my heart condition, and because it's not safe for that. And but yeah, there are others medications. Sometimes there's more side effects than good than it actually works. It's not worth taking it. It causes more harm than good. There's different behavioral therapies and stuff that you can take that you can help you manage your tics, and they're best to start when you're younger because they'll be more effective when you get older to do. Myth number 6: everyone who has tics has Tourette's. No, this isn't true either. There are other tic disorders. Like Tourette's is just the most severe of them because they have both motor and vocal tics. There are some other tic disorders that are persistent motor tic disorder, persistent vocal tic disorder. That's when you have just either motor tics, or the other one is just vocal tics. You don't have both. And then there's a provisional tic disorder. There's also some tic disorders that are primarily only in children, children have them. And they usually grow out of them within about 2 years or so, a year or two. But yeah. And there's also tic disorders are not the only cause of tics. Like there are other neurological conditions, health conditions, some medications, injuries, stress, there's and so much more reasons that can cause tics. Like it's not always Tourette's. Myth number 7: people with Tourette's will never succeed at anything in life or be able to live a normal life. There are so many successful actors, athletes, and people living normal lives with Tourette's. For me, I find that the only real barrier preventing some of us from living normal lives or succeeding at anything is the ignorance and discrimination of others who will not give people like me with Tourette's a chance. And just I was seriously kicked out of college for I forget the woman's titles, head of or head of education or whatever, at my college. Her exact words to me were, "As long as you have Tourette's, you will never succeed at anything in life, and so you're wasting everyone's time by being here, including your own." I had a 90% average in every class, so but she also tried to talk me into dropping on a few times too, and this happened in the first high school I went to as well. But then I switched high schools in the middle of the year, and quickly became got on the honor roll, had top academics in every class, and and from a school that just did not even try to teach me, just did not. They tried forcing me into special ed because I had Tourette's, and they just didn't want to have to deal with a student who had a condition that they didn't want to learn about. So myth number 8: Tourette's is contagious and a terminal disease. I've had a lot of people make comments to me about, because I gotta make a squeak or something in public, and they get all upset or personally offended by it for some reason, and then they try bitching me out, and I tell them I have Tourette's, and they get all mad and tell me I'm putting everyone's lives at risk putting everyone at risk of catching my Tourette's from being out in public. I've even had someone accuse me, compare being around somebody with Tourette's is someone with HIV sticking them with a dirty needle and telling them that they have it now too. I was what? No, it is not like that at all. There's I cannot give anyone Tourette's. The only possible way I could give another person Tourette's is if I gave birth to them. Yeah, that's not happening. So I'm not getting there's no possible way I'm giving anyone Tourette's at all. because the only because it is can be genetic or hard or passed on through genes. Like my dad had it, like, and that's where I got it. I'm pretty sure one of my nieces has it. My sister doesn't have it though. But yeah, so yeah, that's where you can be around someone with Tourette's and like you're gonna be fine. Like you're not gonna catch it. Like it's not contagious. And so yeah, and just like addressing in these myths and like misunderstandings is crucial for Tourette's to be properly understood and for people to with Tourette's to be accepted and like actually be given a chance and like others to hopefully realize that we're not just all unteachable and like and contagious, I guess. And yeah, so thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions or anything about Tourette's, leave them, and I will respond to them as soon as I see them, and might even address them in another video, like I like to do, because I believe very strongly that Tourette's awareness is very important, and hopefully one day I'll see it'll be less. I'd like to see that it'd be like less misunderstood. Yeah.